In August of 1982, I was called into the boss's office, was informed that I had 2 weeks left to work. I was going to have to start over with something else, and I had no idea what I was going to do with my life. This place, the Escalante, gave me a focus that perhaps kept me on track in life. Moving to Escalante, in a sense, was an escape from the California rat race that I had gotten thoroughly disillusioned with. I lived in the Sacramento, California area most of my life. I worked for the Southern Pacific Railroad. It was an administrative type job. By the time I was furloughed from the railroad, I finally just decided the best thing to do would be to take the plunge, sell the house, and commit to finding a new way of making a living and a whole new life. I first heard of Escalante in an article in Backpacker magazine. My first impression was, wow, this place is incredible. I just was completely captivated by it, and I could see no end of opportunity for exploring these beautiful canyons. When I moved here, I had already agreed to volunteer for the National Park Service. There were just 2 of us, my boss and me, and as long as things went okay, they left us alone. We were completely free to recognize what needed to be done and do it. It was my initiative to take on the Russian olive on the river. It is a goddamn Russian olive. Look at that piece of shit. Wretched weed. Russian olive is a tree like any other tree. It's just that it outcompetes the native vegetation simply by growing so fast that it overwhelms them. It was spread all over the West by the Soil Conservation Service with good intentions, but it turned out to be very capable of spreading far, far beyond where it was intended to be. In the case of natives, it will prevent new cottonwoods from getting established as the older ones eventually die. We're very much at risk of it replacing much of what's along the river. I couldn't stand to see such a nasty plant take over a place that had become so special to me. And I think that's what led to my tenacity with it and determination to get rid of it. The Escalante River flows for about 85 miles down to Coyote Gulch. My goal is to eliminate the stuff entirely from the watershed. It's so distinctive and easy to find, there's no reason we can't find every last one. Doing half the river took 12 years, and it's going to take a lot more years to finish it off. Cutting all this stuff produces quite a mound of chips here that makes ideal cat litter. And as long as I'm doing this, I have all the cat litter I need. It's been a huge part of my life for the last 15 years now. Huge part of it. The beauty of Russian olive, the only beauty of it, is it doesn't burn so fast and furious and aggressively as say, ponderosa pine. The Russian olive is much easier to keep a steady fire going to keep the house comfortable. It's fair to say that it's become an obsession. I don't think that's an unreasonable thing at all. I am obsessed with getting rid of it. One tree anywhere in the watershed is a seed source. You can't leave any of it. You have to get it all. Otherwise, just one tree eventually is going to be spreading seeds, and you don't know where it's going to get started all over again. So we have to get every one of them someday. I think in retrospect, if I had stayed with the railroad, it might have been a ho-hum, just humdrum existence. Doing the same old job every day for most of your life, like so many people are stuck doing, reluctantly having to go to the office to do someone else's bidding. You go stir crazy. I feel very fortunate to have fallen into the circumstances I did and be able to take on a project like this. To be able to do something on my own initiative was a far cry from doing the same old thing every day for somebody else that you don't care about. It gives me something to look forward to, getting done. I wanted to be out there in the place I'd fallen in love with and do what I could for the benefit of it. And that's what it was all about, was helping a place that I loved. I thought that the day I was given my 2 weeks notice from the railroad was the blackest day of my life. Finally, in retrospect, that blackest day of my life was one of the best things that ever happened to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think most people would think I'm crazy, slaving away at such hard work. I had always hoped that I could make enough progress against it and get this snowball started rolling. In that sense, I do feel pretty good about the prospects for the future. But it is going to take a long, long time.